Hey guys. So, I've been thinking a lot about this whole impending hostage deal. And, a lot of people have expressed just nothing short of disdain or displeasure with this deal, myself included. What I want to say is, if we put aside for a second the fact that it could be, let's say if it is what it is on face value and it goes according to the way it's been laid out, it's horrible, right? It is horrible. But let's put it aside for a second. Let's think of certain possibilities. It's entirely possible, it's actually highly likely that Hamas will not follow through with their end of it, or fully follow through, or over the course of the time period they will renege on it. They will just make everything collapse, so to speak, collapse the agreement. And by the way, I'm sure Bibi and Trump and whoever else are involved know that. For sure they know that. It's entirely possible that this whole thing is a chess move by Bibi and or Trump to push these people, to push Hamas, these people, they're not even people, to push these orcs into a corner. Because here's the thing. Guys, I had people lecture at me or come at me saying, that I don't have empathy for the hostage families. I for sure have empathy for them. I just don't have empathy for the so-called prisoners that we're holding of theirs. Not only that, we don't know how many of our people are alive because they won't tell us. There's 33 hostages to be released. They won't tell us how many of those are alive, and how many are coming back in, God forbid, a different state. Right? We have no idea. It's almost as if Hamas knows if they return any of these people, as just bodies, especially these two little boys, the Bibas boys, they know what we're gonna do to them. We should do the same things. We should do those things to them anyway, right? Doesn't matter the outcome, right? Of when these people are going to be released. But especially if that's the case, right? So, guys, it's interesting because this whole, the only word to use for this is psychodrama. This whole psychodrama is happening during this week's Parsha, which is Shemot. The Parsha when Moshe Rabbeinu comes to the Jews in Egypt, to the people who become the Jews, and he says, listen, the redemption is arriving, the redemption is here. He announced it. And it's interesting because they did not believe him. There was all these people, this is horrible, it's a horrible deal. It's a horrible deal, what we're getting. What, we're going to leave Mitzrayim, we're going to leave Egypt and put ourselves in danger in the wilderness? Or what, we're going to put ourselves in harm's way? If we say we want to leave, he's gonna, Pharaoh's just gonna make it worse. And then there are people who are saying, no, we have to leave. Oh, it's bad. It's this. It's that. Like, it's stupid. And it was a matter of emunah, my friends. It was just a matter of emunah. Mistranslation is faith. For the people to understand that, yes, it is in fact time for us to leave, and here's what's going to happen. here's what's going to happen. It's going to have to be, there's going to be plagues, there's going to be all kinds of horrible, sights and sounds. But trust me when I tell you, in the end, we're going to have to get out of here very, very quickly. And we're going to our Geulah. And guys, by the way, we know the story later on. In a few parshiot from now, even when they left, even when they're in the desert, what do? They build a golden calf. Moshe Rabbeinu stepped away for a little bit. 40 days they built a golden calf. My friends, and fighting amongst each other, arguing. So, guys, I mean, we're in the year 5785. Not much has changed in over 3,300 years, 3,400 years. Not much has changed. With that said, guys, I'm not saying that we should do dumb things. Put our country in danger, put our people in danger, all because we want to exchange thousands of orcs for we don't know how many alive Jews, right? We have no idea. They're not telling us. But what I would say is, let's see what Hashem has in store. Let's see what, the new president, who's really an old president, old, like not in age, but, who was there before, now he's going to be there again. He may have a couple things up his sleeve. If you guys have ever seen the movie Sting, The Sting. I don't know if it's Sting or The Sting. The Sting. Robert Redford, Paul Newman. My friends, it's entirely possible that what we're watching is similar to what we saw in that movie. If you guys ever see that movie, I think it won an Oscar. I think some people won awards who were in that movie, but it's entirely possible. We can't look at anything to do with any of these situations at completely face value, as reported in the media or as announced by any of the parties involved. We have to know and understand that there are things that we don't see, and also things that can happen that they didn't even account for, right? That only Hashem can do on his own. And just, supersede everybody's kind of imaginations and plans and all the rest of it. So, my friends, with that said, Shabbat Shalom, and B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to see amazing things next week. Not just with Israel, but God willing, with other things, which I will go into at a later time. Peace.